How did we get here?
And they're a mess right now at 3-3, and they shouldn't be 3-3. Okay, they lose to New Orleans yesterday, understandable, but to play that poorly.
After 6 games last year, the Chicago Bears stood 3-3. But something feels different about this year's 3-3 Bears team. Maybe it's the expectations coming off an NFC North championship, or the fact that this year's schedule allows for far less hiccups. Just to put things in perspective, at the time of this recording, 8 of their final 10 games are against teams with a 500 record or better. Let's start by rewinding to the man named Jay Cutler. It's easy to point fingers and blame one person for a team's lack of success. Of course, the quarterback has the biggest individual impact on the field. This is completely off topic. I'm just going to go here for a second. A lot of Bears fans may disagree with me here, but I actually liked Jay Cutler. Yeah, he didn't have the leader mentality and at times looked like he could care less if the team won. But in terms of his production and his arm strength, he got a lot more shit than he should have. I know he has the second most interceptions in the history of the organization, but he also leads them in many career passing categories, including yards, touchdowns, completions, and attempts. Okay, back to the topic on hand. Fast forward to present day, we have Mitchell Trubisky at the helm. No, I'm not saying he isn't to blame for the Bears' poor start to the season, but to put everything on him is ridiculous. I've backed Mitch since day one, I'll admit it. He needs to play better. He misses throws and takes sacks when receivers are open. He just doesn't seem to have any grasp on the offense. And there's no doubt the offensive line has been garbage, but teams are stacking the box against Montgomery. They are forcing Trubisky to throw the ball deep, and Trubisky is simply not completing those passes. Why else would teams stack the box against one of the worst graded offensive lines in the league? Teams know Trubisky is dead last in yards per attempt. And on top of that, with the play calling and Nagy, shortening the playbook and not trusting Mitch, you end up not needing to defend past the 15-yard line. It makes everyone else's job incredibly difficult on offense. Now, saying that, I want to make one thing very clear. For anyone saying the Bears should play Chase Daniels over Trubisky, stop. I heard it so much this past week at the Bears game. Giving up on Mitch is throwing in the white towel for the season. Daniels is one hell of a backup quarterback, but he isn't taking this team anywhere. As I say that, neither is Mitch as of right now. But at least with Mitch, there's hope and potential that he can play like he did last year versus the Bucs, or showcase his ability to lead the team down the field and set up a game-winning field goal in a playoff game like he accomplished last season. I understand we traded up and took him over Mahomes and Watson, but put that on the front office. Blame Ryan Pace. I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. It's over. There is nothing we can do about it. And as much as I love our defense, the past 2 games have been piss poor, giving up back-to-back 100-yard rushers and not being able to get stops at crucial times. The biggest issue and difference on the defensive side of the ball is the Bears' inability to force turnovers, something they made a living out of last season. Like Eddie Jackson said, the Bears defense has lost their swagger. It's not like the Bears defense is a bad unit suddenly. However, they haven't been able to get the big stops when needed and force critical turnovers. So where do we go from here? I saw a Reddit post I really enjoyed and wanted to share it with you guys. I will link it down below. I refuse to go around and talk shit about our team or any of its players. Same with the coach. I won't give up on Mitch until the team does. Even then, I hope he can be successful somewhere else, as long as it's not elsewhere in the NFC North. That being said, I'm obviously not happy with his play so far this season, but I could say the same for Cohen, Miller, Whitehair, Burton, Leno, Floyd, Roquan. The list could continue. Fans have this attitude that if we don't have a superstar quarterback, we have a dud. Mitch is definitely not giving us any confidence right now, and I'm as frustrated as anyone, but I still think he's capable of being our guy. You never know. This upcoming week versus the Chargers at home is a must-win game. The Chargers have struggled all season. I hope we see a hungry and focused Chicago Bears team come Sunday.
Breaks a tackle to the 10. Patterson goes the distance, 102 yards.